Now we're going to talk a little bit about a breakaway plan, or in this case, a stair-step breakaway. And as you see in the stair-step breakaway compensation structure, there's two parts to it. We have the manager side, or the stair-step side, and we have the breakaway side. And so let me get my little pointer out here, my handy-dandy little pointer, for those of you who are Blues Clues fans, my handy-dandy pointer. If you have kids, you know what that is. If you don't, then you're probably clueless. Somebody asked me the other day, do you watch television? Oh, yeah, I watch all sorts of television. I watch Blues Clues, I watch Teletubbies, and The Wiggles. They're all on DVD, though. I don't actually watch the television. I watch the videos because we don't really watch television. But we have a lot of videos of The Wiggles, Blues Clues, and Teletubbies, and we watch them over and over and over and over and over again until we can't, and until we actually get so sick of them. Then you start actually liking them. It's a really weird phenomenon. Now I just love them. So anyway, here we go. We've got a new representative comes in, and they're right at this area. They don't have anything yet. They're just purchasing product. They may at this point, they may, in some compensation plans, earn a 5% rebate, and that's it. Okay. But it goes down. We're looking at this as a down structure, not as an up. Actually, let me get my arrow here, and I'm going to point down so we don't get confused. Look at this program from a down cycle here. We're looking down. Okay, so look below. This person basically is a new representative. As they purchase product, they basically just get the product. That's their benefit. As we go over here to the bronze level, let's say the new representative has purchased a few $100s worth of product, and they qualify now to earn a 10% rebate on all their product, and maybe 10% or maybe a 5% commission, if you look down there, on all their new reps. So they're earning a 5% commission, if you look down, on all their new reps. If they continue to purchase product and bring their group volume or their sales volume on a monthly basis up a little bit more, they might bump up to the silver category and start earning a 15% rebate, 15% for their own product purchases, 5% on all their bronze distributors, and 10% on all their new reps. Okay, so that's a pretty good commission there. Then we go up to the gold level. Might be bumping up in here to hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of volume now on a monthly basis, maybe even $1,000 or so on a monthly basis. And now we're getting into a 15% commission on new reps, 10% on bronze, 5% on silver, and a 20% rebate. That's a pretty monstrous rebate now. A lot of these breakaways are really into giving those big rebate checks. Okay, and then finally, it's their way of saying, hey, as a leader, you deserve to get cheaper product. That's what they do. That's kind of a unique to the Stairstep Breakaway plan. And then finally, we might have a platinum level, and this is a hypothetical compensation plan based upon similar models out there. The numbers might be slightly different in most plans, but they're average. This is kind of an average. Here at this level, you might earn a 20% rebate or 20% commission on new representative volume. That's a good commission. And this isn't just a one-time commission. We're talking about every time a new distributor makes a purchase, as long as they're a new rep and they haven't bumped up to bronze, you're getting 20%. If they make several $100 per month purchase and bump up to bronze, then you're making 15 every time they purchase. Once they bump up to silver, you're at 10, and then 5, and then you get a 25% platinum rebate check. And this is the first part of the plan. This is like the managerial side of the plan, or the stair step. Then, once you hit this platinum level and you reach a certain amount of volume, I think in this scenario we're going to talk about $2,000 per month in group volume, and you might have accumulated at that point maybe $20,000 worth of volume over time. You might do what's called breaking away, which means that you become, and this is a real simple qualification. Some of these, they require $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month in volume to break away. But you go from the manager level here and you bump into the next plan over here. And so now you start earning a 5% royalty on all of your groups. Your entire group, you get 5% on here, two generations, and then you get 5% on 4 generations, 5% on 6 generations, 5% on 7 generations, plus an infinity bonus on the second. This looks kind of like a unilevel plan now. Very similar, and that's what it really is. It's very similar to the unilevel structure, very, very comparable. And this is called the breakaway side of the plan. Now, let's talk a little bit about the basic good things about this type of compensation plan. First of all, it's very traditional. the breakaway plan is the most common compensation plan in all of network marketing. It's the most widely used. And you'll find that there's still 39% of all the companies in the industry are using the breakaway plan. Now, why is that? If it's a little bit older plan. It hasn't generally been used in the last 15, 20 years by most network marketing companies. It's starting to kind of become a dinosaur. The reason 39% still use it is because it was the only choice. It was the only choice like 20, 30 years ago. That's it. And there's a lot of companies that have survived over time that still use it. And today, the party plan industry still heavily uses the breakaway plan. So most party plan companies find that the Stairstep Breakaway suits their needs better than any other plan, and so they continue to bring out the Stairstep plan. Also, the other thing about the breakaway, especially when it comes to network marketing, not necessarily on the party plan side, but on the network marketing side, you can absolutely make a huge payout. You can make a lot of money with the breakaway plan. These traditional breakaways with the network marketing structure, not party plan, but network marketing, huge payout potential. Now, what I'd like to do before we get into the bad side of this, I'm going to flip over here and talk a little bit more about this whole stair-step process, because I want you to understand how this works. This is really critical to understand if you want to get a handle on what makes one compensation plan type better than another. Okay, that's what you want to learn, is what makes one better than another. Somebody comes, hey, I've got Stairstep Breakaway, oh, and I've got a unilevel. Well, let's compare and contrast here. What are the pros and the cons? Well, here's how the stair-step works. Remember, I told you here in the stair-step process, we have this managerial phase. We have this stair-step where you're going through, and as you gain the different steps, you get up to platinum. You make a better rebate on all of your product and better commissions on anybody that you're bringing into the business. So this is phase one. This is the stair-step process. And right here, I've illustrated. Let me get my pointer out here so I can point a little bit easier. We have right here. We have a $2,050 in volume. $2,050 in volume that we have created in this process. And here's where the money came from. We've got $200 purchase here for the month. This is a monthly purchase, by the way. $800 here, nothing here, $100 here, $550 here, $700 here, and $200 here. Now, I'm not much of a mathematician, so my numbers may be off, but from as far as I can tell, using the calculator, I think that adds up to about $2,050. And the quota that we're trying to reach in order to really qualify for our commissions is a $2,000 quota. Now, in phase one, it's not necessary that we necessarily reach this quota other than to advance to phase two. So now that we've reached our group volume quota, we've hit that top level. Let's say that $2,000 is all that's required for us to go into a phase two of a program. We're going to advance, okay? So let's get our pointer back. And we're going to advance over now into phase two of the compensation plan, which is the breakaway structure.